the intensity and the discipline portion. Now, intensity is a standalone score, so we'll talk about that in a second, but I want to first talk about discipline, because discipline does have 5 elements. So if you have every single one of these elements, that's going to be your discipline score. If you're missing any of those elements, that'll reflect in the score. So if I miss 2 elements, I got a 3 out of a 5. That's my score for discipline is 3. So the 5 elements for discipline is self-control, positive attitude, respect, focus, and answers. So we're gonna start from the end and then we're gonna work our way up. So let's start with answers. So answers, when we're answering, if you are answering every time, so that means the instructor says, do this, yes sir, and we can hear you, there's authority in your voice, you guys are really answering strong with a powerful voice. Every time we give a command, that's, you have answers, okay? So you're having it. If you're not doing it, or we don't hear it a lot, you're not going to get that answer circle. Does that make sense? So we want to hear when we say do this, yes sir, and you're doing it. It's cut and dry, right? Either you're doing it or you're not doing it. Number 2, so focus. Are you paying attention to what's going on around you? When we say line up, are you lining up? Or do we have to call your name multiple times because you don't know what's going on around you and what's going on? That's focus. So if I'm over here talking to my friends and I hear my name and I don't line up, you're not focusing. We're gonna circle a no for that because you're not doing it, okay? Next one is respect. This goes into with your partner and with what's going on when other people are going. So if other people are on the mat performing, are you sitting quietly? Are you watching? Are you paying attention to what's happening on the mat? When you're sparring or when you're doing things with your partner, are you being respectful to them? Are you bowing, you're fist bumping them? Are you really making sure that you're trying to bring the best out of them? You're not being too rough, you're not being too easy, you're being just right, like we talk about in class a lot, right? Goldilocks and the 3 bears. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. I don't want to be too hard, I don't want to be too soft, I want to be just right if it's self-defense. I don't want to be too fast, I don't want to be too slow, I want to be just right if I'm having to do something that we're working together with a partner, okay? Sparring and combat sparring, I can go a little bit faster, but even then, if I know I'm going against somebody that maybe my techniques and everything, I outmatch a lot, am I still giving them an opportunity to demonstrate some of what they know and what they learn? If I'm just constantly beating them and hitting them all the time, you know, respectfully, it's not gonna look good as well for me, okay? So you need to still be thoughtful of that. Positive attitude. So this is what goes on when things aren't going my way. So if maybe I get hit hard one time, or maybe I don't break my board, or maybe I mess up on something and I know I messed up, am I still having a positive attitude moving forward, right? Can we see that, oh, you messed up and you're like, all right, I got this, I'm gonna try it again. Or even if you get down on yourself, you're like, but then you get back into the game and you're really demonstrating that, hey, I want it and I wanna go after it. Okay, if we see that maybe you get hit and you're like, but my partner's being mean, or you're like, I quit, or I'm throwing my helmet, doing that, those type of things. I mean, that's respectful as well, but those are gonna reflect in that score. And then the last thing is self-control. When we get you back to your spot, are you snapping to attention? Are you standing there waiting your turn? Are you fidgeting? Are you wiggling? Are you trying to touch things? Are you trying to do that stuff when instead of just really controlling your body and standing there waiting for the next command and waiting for the match or whatever it is to begin? So we want to see that self-control. If you can do all 5 of those, if you have all 5 of those, discipline is an excellent, okay? So you get a 5. So let's talk about intensity real fast. Intensity is kind of a combination of some of those things, but it's more your body language is demonstrating to us that you want to be at testing and you want to perform at a high level. So the biggest thing we say is like when you snap to attention. If I walk to attention and I come out and I just kind of walk out and my hands are down here and I'm here, you know, that's a much big difference than if I walk and I'm here, my shoulders go back, my chest goes back, and I'm really focused and I'm paying attention, and now I'm demonstrating. That's intensity to me, right? You know, when I'm yelling, oh yeah, I'm yelling loud, my body's tightening up, I'm demonstrating that I want to be there. So the 5 is if you can do that consistently. 3 is you walk up and you're like, you know, we can see that you're trying to snap, but it doesn't give us that verbal and communication of verbal and body language communication that it's like, hey, I'm here to try my best. A 1 is it looks like you don't want to be there. Like, I mean, why are you testing? Like, you're gonna walk up and you're just kind of here, you're looking around, you're not paying attention. Everything is communicating to the judges that I don't want to be there. So a 2 is between I don't want to be there and a 3, like I'm here, but I'm just not, like maybe you're nervous, you're not really have that confidence yet to give it 100%. You know, so a 2 is going to be like lukewarm, like you're a little better than I don't want to be here, but you're still not, you know, snapping, at least getting your hands together. And then a 4 is between that and the intensity. So if we see like, boom, you're really snapping, but maybe you come up and you just do it like a couple times and then you start to forget, that's going to be more of a 4. So we want to see that it's consistent through there. So that's the intensity score, and then that's your discipline score. So those are going to go towards your total score for the test. So make sure you guys work on those. Set your goal before you walk into testing, so your mindset, you know what you need to focus on, so you know how to get those scores. Good luck with that, train hard, and remember, become better than you are today.